right, so you're welcome to the first edition of Between Lines. Yeah, so it's a live meeting. It promises to be awesome. Yeah, this is our first edition, and then on this edition we are reviewing the book What Next. That's the book we are reviewing. What Next? I think a good number of us have seen the book already. We have read it. Some of us have completely read it, and then some of us partially we've read it. The important thing is that you are here, and then we are going to have a nice time. So in the next few minutes, it's probably less than an hour now, we'll be diving into this, and then we'll be sharpening ourselves and then making sure we are ready for what it's a good way to start the year. So for some of us that I'm just saying this year, Happy New Year, you're welcome on board. All right, so I won't be doing this alone. I'll be hosting this program with someone seated really close to me. And can we all make welcome my co-host for today, in person of Glory. So can you just say hi to the house?
Hello, good evening. I'm by name Glory Salao.
All right, okay, so I hope you are not thinking our voice sounds similar. It's not mine. It's different between the voices. All right, so okay. Yes, you're welcome. Gloria, you're welcome. All right, Dorcas, welcome. Oba, you're also welcome. Thank you so much. So we will be. This is supposed to be an awesome adventure, actually, and I know you are ready for the ride. Okay, so with me here also, if you look around, we have a great host. I'm not just the only one here. I told you it's going to be a physical meeting, so I have a lot of visitors, not just me and Glory. We have a lot of persons joining us. So can you wave? And we are still expecting many more to join us. Can you wave? All right, so you see we are really prepared for this evening's meeting. Okay, so let's dive into the discussion proper. Okay, so What Next is a book written by Shelb, and then I'll be asking Glory to just give us one or two. What's you read the book, and then you went through it, and then I just want to ask you a few questions. What do you understand by the book What's Next? If you're supposed to give an overview of the book What's Next, what will you say?
Okay. An overview of the book is focused mainly on career and future purposes. Stop and give us brief explanation on how to align your futures, how to work on yourself to have a greater future.
Okay, I think we can be more specific about that. Yeah, you said it aligns career and then how to work on our future. Okay, let me ask, what was that thing that caught your attention in the book? What was that major thing that caught your attention when you were reading the book?
In the book, many things actually caught my attention. It was not just one thing. But from the book, you saw that it gave us brief explanation on how things were before. And then it gave us how to align those things also. It gave us from other points of view, having a year or a period that you work on yourself.
Okay, that's awesome. So What Next is actually a book that is written for people that is trying to navigate career, navigate your path through to the future. Now, the interesting thing about this thing is that a number of us here are not even serving yet. We are not corporate yet. We are not even done with our university. Some of us are even still in secondary school. So I want to ask for you now: Are you done serving, or are you done with school?
No.
So do you think this book came quite too early?
Actually came at the right time.
You say it came at the right time. All right. So what do you think this book has helped you achieve? That is different from what do you think? Like by reading this book, what particular mistake has it helped you to avoid just by knowing this information quite early?
Okay, from the book, it actually gave us things that will enlighten us on skills. And mostly it was based on online skills that could actually not only making us to depend on salaries, that is in the future, give us instances of things that you can actually practice and build on yourself now to become a great person in the future. And it also highlighted some things like participative, where he talked about seeing from other aspects where others do not see it. Seeing from other aspects where others do not, it's pacificity. Seeing from other aspects where others could not see. So in those areas, he has highlighted me and given me much understanding, giving me things that I could actually do to make my future bright.
Okay, so that's a good one. Before we continue with what we are doing, I just want to throw it to the general public, everybody seated here. Is there something specific you actually learned from this book that, this book wasn't directed to your age group per se, or is there something you feel happy that, okay, is there something particular that you are happy that, okay, I'm happy that I heard this thing now, it didn't really happen later. Is there anything like that? If there is, I just want you to identify, I'll call him, so was there anything that you read that you felt, thank God I knew this thing now, and it's giving me a leverage. If I've known it later, it would have been a disadvantage. Is there anything like that? Was there anything like that? Yes. So Ibrahim is talking. Ibrahim, yes. Is Ibrahim showing already? Okay, you can't see yourself. So this is Ibrahim talking now. Ibrahim, what was that thing? It's you that is showing, and it's good now, so you need to talk. So what was it?
It was that I like the author that wrote this, that he said that if you keep thinking like a student, you keep living like one. And it also said that growth is not giving, but it is in. Thank you.
It is end. Wow, that's a lovely one. I think I'm impressed with that. That growth is not giving, growth is what? Growth is end. Growth is end. All right, is there any other person that wants to say something before we move on? Okay, that's Victory. Victory has something to say. Yes.
Based on what I saw from the book, it says that when failure is not the beginning, that when you have failed, you think you don't have hope for a bright future. But failure comes, it helps you to add more energy and improve in what you're going to do, so that you have a brighter future tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you very much. All right. So, first of all, he said growth is end. That was what Ibrahim said. That growth is end. Growth is not giving. And then we heard what Victory also said. That failure is not actually the end of a man. Failure is not actually the end of a person. You have failed doesn't mean that is all for you. That there is still hope. I think I love where this thing is going already. Okay, so we'll be breaking the book into about 5 sections. We're breaking the book into about 5 sections. How many chapters has the book? Are we chorus it? How many chapters? We didn't take note of that. 60 what? How many chapters was the book? The book was 65 chapters actually. So we have about 65 chapters, 65 interesting chapters in the book. And then now, this is it. Is it 65 or 60? I think 64. 64, so I can't remember now. But this is it. I'll be breaking the book into stages, into groups, and then we'll be discussing on it. It's supposed to be a book review. And then the title of this book review is Between Lines. What we actually aim to attain in this book review is to be able to dive into certain things that on a normal day, people won't see on the surface. Are you together with me? Mm-hmm. So it's a book review. Each month we read a book. And then what we are supposed to do is that we are supposed to go into the book, extract things from the book. That's what I call it between lines, that are not obvious to a reader that is just glancing through. So there are certain things you saw that I didn't see, that I want you to talk about. There are certain things I saw you didn't see. And then at the end of the day, we will commiserate everything together. So the first one we'll be starting with is, we have the introduction, and then when we talked about the introduction, it was what next, and then we have the old programming, and then when the rules began to change, when merit lost its value, and then the silent migration. So that's what we'll be joining together. We have the old programming, when the rules began to change, when merit lost its value, and then the silent migration. You see, it was a very powerful introduction to me per se. So what do you have to say about that, Mr. Glory? What was that thing that struck your mind when you looked at the first few chapters?
Actually, from the old programming, it gave us how things were before. You see that it actually even gave us a brief story on how people struggle to get their children into school, which was more of a short update that after the schooling there was job.
Okay, you say it was a short update then. Yes, I love that word, short update. Okay.
After their schooling there was jobs. But you see that due to the economy, and should I say the growth of the nation, things weren't like that again. Then you see that in that migration part, it actually started talking about where people gradually started leaving the country because of things were not working out for them. So from these few passages, from the few chapters, it actually gave us and explained how things were before, and then it actually also give the way things are currently and the way people are also actually responding to it.
Right, so that's a beautiful one. Okay, so he said things have actually been like that before. I want us to be very specific now, or a little bit more personal about what we're talking about. All right, have you noticed? How many of us have noticed that finishing school is no longer a guarantee for a job? How many of us have noticed that the fact that you went to school is not an absolute guarantee that you will get a job? Okay, so that is the thing we are discussing now. It's the fact that you finish school. It's no longer a sure update. Let me put it in this word. It's no longer a sure update that I finished school. It's not a sure update that we get a job. All right, and he said merit also lost its value, and then there was a silent migration. I want somebody to tell me, what was that silent migration? Where did we migrated from, and where are we migrating to? What was that silent migration? If you read the book, you should know the silent migration. Yes, Chairmaker, what was that silent migration? Where did we migrated to, and where were we migrating from? Or we should move to the next person. Yes, Glory, what was that silent migration?
The silent migration actually highlighted from the book actually said this word that we normally use, jumper, where people leave the country and go out to look for other source of income or looking for a comfortable life outside.
Okay, so there's a silent migration. I think one of the things the author also emphasizes that the silent migration is not actually just the physical shift from a location. Also, I also noticed that the silent migration is actually a shift from the system. So there has been a shift from a system that works, from a shift from a 9-to-5 jobs to now people working online, people leaving the country, people doing many other things now. So what is now trending now is not really what was trending before. There was a silent migration. And then what is important to me is that I discovered that most of the things that people migrated to now, there are some of those things that need little or no certificate at all. And I think that was the reason why I said, no, let's do this review together with young people. Where this world is moving to now is where we need little or no certificate. So if you check it, if you start checking the trends now, you discover that most of the people that you see trending, if you check them, they don't even have certificates. Some of them didn't even go to school. Some of them went to school, but they are not really using that certificate. It's no longer what is giving them a guarantee for a bright future, and that was the silent migration. Is that okay? All right, before we move on, I think Asma will have something she wants to share. Asma, is there something you want to say? You can quickly unmute your mic and make your contribution. Dorcas too is here. Hello, Asma. We can't hear you. Can you hear Asma? We can't hear her. Dorcas, do you have anything to say before we move on? Asma, are you saying something? Hello, Dorcas. Okay, nothing for now. It's alright, thank you. Yeah, what of Asma? Is there anything you love to say? It seems like Asma is having some speaker problems. Alright, so we will move on to the next phase. So that's the first thing I want us to establish. To me, that is the whole of the introduction. The introduction is identifying the problem. You see, there is a saying that a problem shared is a problem half solved, but a problem identified is also a problem half solved. You can't be solving a problem if you have not really identify it. Are you together with me? So we're looking at career choices, how we prepare for this career, how we make ourselves ready for this career. I told you that the first thing, which is the first things first, is that you make sure you know what's wrong with the system. There is already a faulty system. There is already a crack in the system. So that crack now is that thing that tells us that it's not by reading that you pass. So you can read, it's not by reading, that you make it in life. You pass by reading, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee you make it in life. Are you following me? So that is the things I want us to take note of. So the next aspect we'll be looking at now is the other part where I talked about accountability, what's next, becoming a thinker, the architect of obedience, the reinvention, the growth, understanding what I want, and the rest. So we'll be grouping them together. How do we now, I think how we put it is, how do you now navigate, since things are changing, how do we change with these things? How do we navigate with these things? I've talked to those children, let them be. How do we navigate? How do we make sure that we are actually making a shift as things are actually shifting? How do we do that? How do you do that? I want us to, what from the book you read, how do we now position ourselves where or what's changing? It mustn't really be word for word what is written in the book. As you read the book, it applied to you. So how do you think so? So Barnabas, how do you think we can actually transform ourselves from where we are to where we are going? Or what personal step will you take for that transformation to take place?
Okay, from the place I read in the book, I think how it applied to me personally, that we should develop a skill, not just thinking of, we should think worldwide, that we should develop a skill, an internet skill that we use, and the skill will later pay us later. You were saying something that hard work pays. Now we shouldn't just focus on the money that we will get now, but we should focus on the skills. That when we work on the skills, and when we are good at the skills, that later on that it pays us in life. And personally, for me, actually, there's a skill I've chosen to work on, which is AI skills.
All right, so that's really beautiful. So he said that we should focus on the skill, which is one way we can transform from where we used to be to the path we are getting to, is by picking up a skill. And he said the skill is AI skill. All right, so is there anybody that has any other inputs? What is your strategy to navigate? What's your strategy to navigate this path? Yes, please. Ibrahim has something to say.
So it's by preparing and practicing.
Okay, so what are we preparing? What are we practicing for?
Before, like, if you got the skills, you can start preparing and practicing how to do it for future.
Okay. I love the way we are talking. And then, you know what I want to mention? I want to tell you the truth is that you see, the future is not as far as you think. Is it okay? I want you to get this thing really clear. The future is not as far as you think it is. The future is not next year. The future is not, it's probably for some people it might be next day, for some people the future can be next month. The future can be something really close. Are you listening to me? Now this is my contribution to this thing is, I feel that as young people, as I said, we shouldn't focus on money for now. We should focus on building a skill. And then when you build a skill, this is what happens when you build a skill. What a skill does to you is that if you build a skill at a very young age, you develop mastery early enough in life. So while people are still navigating whether they should continue, whether they should not continue, you have developed mastery. Is that clear? Exactly. So building a skill is one. Developing mastery is two. So when you choose a skill, don't just pick a skill that you will just be navigating around on the peripheral level. No. Be sure that mastery is your goal. Are you listening to me? Be sure that mastery is your goal. There's something I wrote here when I was reading the book. One of the things I wrote here is that the fact that, one of the things I wrote here is that Okay, sorry, I'm coming. I want to quickly check it. Yeah, that you see, when you want to choose a career path, you don't look for sustenance. You don't look for survival. Are you listening to me? Are you listening to me? So if you want to survive in this world we are in, any career path you are choosing, don't think survival. Are you listening to me? Are you following me? Don't think survival. What will I do that I can get food and eat? What will I do that I can just be okay? What can I do that I can just be okay? That is survival mentality. Are you okay? Are you listening to me? Are you following me? That is a survival mentality. The same thing that, okay, what will I do just to pass through life and then be okay? I don't want to be this or that. That is a survival mentality. And do you know why people think survival mentality? Do you know why? Let me tell you the reason. You see, if you are coming from a foundation where you saw lack, the option that comes to your mind naturally is survival. Are you listening to me? Are you listening to me? So if you come out from where there is lack, what comes to your mind is what? Survival. You just want to survive. Is that okay? Do you follow me? You just want to survive. Are you together with me? So the people that think beyond survival are people that are already sorry, something distracted me. When you're coming from where there is lack, what you think is survival? You just want to survive. You don't want to, it's not really, you are not really building a big tent, you're not really building something big. Now, see what happens to survivors. Immediately you go into that career you have chosen, immediately you go into that path you have chosen, what will happen is that if you start experiencing success, the first thing that success will bring is that it will give you a survival option. Are you together with me? You will start earning money that are enough for you to survive. So if you buy anything with that money, the money is enough for you to what? Survive. Are you together with me? That is the first thing you will earn. But if you are thinking a survival mentality, you will stay there. The mentality you are supposed to work with is a dominating mentality. Are you together with me? You don't want to just survive, you want to dominate. You want to be at the head of the affairs of the organization. So if I'm supposed to be employed into an organization now, I'm not thinking how to survive, I'm thinking how to dominate. Are you together with me? Because if you are thinking how to survive, you know all these things that we are complaining, and then we know that digital skills are the one trending now, and then people are not really surviving on other skills. Yes. People are not really surviving on other skills. They are not, digital skills is the one that is just trending, and we have all those informations like that. What I feel personally is that any field you enter and you have the mindset to dominate, the truth is that you won't run out of hope. There won't be a time that will now say, this person will have sacked him. This person is no longer relevant to us, because we are not thinking survival. I don't know whether you get what I'm thinking. Survival is that you will look for the minimum qualification. They have given me a job, and that is okay for it. Most people, the moment they got a job, they stop reading, they stop developing, they stop personal development because they got a job. What those people are thinking is they are thinking like a survival. They just want to survive. Are you following me? Are you following me? And there is always limitation when you approach life with the survival mentality. Is that clear? Is that clear? So you don't think in life as a survivor. So if you pick up a skill now, like MC say AI skill, what is your goal in that AI skill? Do you want to be the best in that field, or you just want to get few gigs? And when you get few gigs, you are okay. You are satisfied and you are okay with it. You are no longer hungry for more. That is a survivor mentality. Are you together with me? So don't think like a survivor. Think like someone that wants to actually dominate. Is that okay? Is that clear? All right. So let's go. Let's proceed to this thing. I said, understanding why what I didn't want. So we have the self-growth here. What do you understand by the self-growth here? If you have read that book, what do you understand by the self-growth here? Yes.
Actually, to my own understanding, I don't actually call it a self-growth here, always. I I normally call it a self-growth period because it was clearly written in the book that it mustn't be a year. It's just a specific time set out for yourself to build on either a skill that you have actually chosen to work on. And then it's actually also said in a place where it talked about sometimes you might be a worker, you might have issues of life, probably having a work that you cannot just take out probably from the year, a specific year, to work on yourself. But even with the issues of families, you have children around, those things are going to be hard for a specific person to actually take out a complete year to say he wants to work on himself. But they say it doesn't just mean taking out that year, but even though you have a small period where you actually have the ability to work on yourself, that's what is called self-growth period. A period where you have the ability to work on the skills you have taken out to build on. So that's what I'm understanding from self-growth here.
Okay, I think I love the way you went about it. There is not really a year, it's a period that you self-develop. And then that means you can self-develop even when you are doing academics. Are you together with me? Yes, you can self-develop even when you are doing the academics. You don't really need to shut down completely and say, okay, this is what I'm doing now. Self-development comes even when you continue with. But what actually brings us to self-development? I think it's self-awareness. Are you listening to me? That point where you just feel, okay, this is who I am, this is where I need to tap into, and then you are ready to actually self-develop yourself. Is that okay? All right, so the next we'll be doing now is we'll still be reading, and then I'll be going to the next one. We're already talking about self-development, and then understanding what I didn't want. And then Afolabi, understanding what I didn't want. What did you really, what's called did that part strike in your heart?
Okay, good day everybody.
Good day.
My name is Afolabi Daniel. So understanding what I didn't want is just what I understand by that. But by that meaning is that when you see it, it's not that when group of people are together working for something, like you don't just decide what people are doing on. Like for example now, the community is going on digital operation, as our uncle have said. You don't just decide and say that yes, when the world is digital operation that is viral in the world, you don't just go with it. You understand your goal and achieve it, and you should be consistent in doing it. You should understand that yes, it may be what people don't like, but your consistency in it will make you to get that your goal that you wish to have. That's just what I understand.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Understanding what you didn't want. You see, the era of social media is advertising so many things. So today you want to be a content creator. After you do content creator for like 2 months, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do content creator, I want to learn AI. After you do AI for like 2 months, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do AI again. What do you want to do now? I want to do another. You want to trade? Yes, I want to trade. You see, there is a part. I think there is a part when it talks about discovering yourself and all. And once you discover yourself, the next thing you do is that you focus on it, as you have said. You pay attention to those things. You don't do everything everybody is doing. It's not really necessary that you do everything that everybody is doing. The truth is that you just get distracted, get confused. Now, if you have the aim that you want to be a master at what you are doing, see, I don't feel there is. Personally, I feel for someone that wants to reinvent himself, someone that makes growth compulsory, there is no period, there is no field in life the person will not strive. Are you together with me? When we are shouting AI now, hope you know that AI needs humans to operate it. Are you together with me? AI needs humans to operate. There was a job I saw online then, and then it was about machine learning. So they wanted me to, so the person that sent the job to me said I'm more qualified than him to apply for the job. What's the requirement? They needed someone that has at least a master's degree in chemistry to really apply for the job. It was an AI job, but they needed someone that's qualified enough to teach the machine. Are you together with me? So that the person will be able to program the machine, tell the machine what to do, what not to do, and all those stuff like that, to be able to ascertain whether the machine is on track or not. So what am I trying to tell you? That if you choose that path and you keep reinventing yourself, you keep working on yourself. Okay, I want to be a doctor. People are shouting that it's technology that's only about I want to be a doctor. Don't be the doctor that everybody is. Keep reinventing. Keep preventing any tool that comes on board. Don't be like, oh, me, I'm a doctor, me, I don't like computer. That's what makes most people become irrelevant after a while. Are you together with me? Before, architects used to draw with a pencil and this thing. Before you shifted to computer. Now, if there is a very smart architect and everybody is drawing with pencil and paper, or we started drawing with pencil and paper, everybody started migrating to computer, and he said, no, it's pencil and paper, I know it's pencil and paper, and he stays there. What will happen is that the world will transform and leave him behind, as smart as he is. But if that person embrace the new technology, that person, nobody will, all of them in that field might not be able to catch up with him. Do you know why? Naturally he's gifted, and then he's not adding, he's reinventing himself. So what Afolabi says is that we stay focused, know what you don't want, don't do everything, but that thing you are doing, don't do it on an average. Are you listening to me? Yes. That small one you'll be doing, don't do it on an what? Average. Don't do it on an average. All right, so we will be, our time is already going. I want us to be able to end it by 6. Yeah, so we'll be looking at some ways. How do you be now? Let's be practical. We are in it's everybody has a development footprint. I want us to get really practical now. We are in Nigeria. We are in the country. Our country is quite unique. What's your plan to actually self-develop yourself? What's your plan? What plan do you have on ground? Because you say growth have a blueprint. So if I've grown over a while, I should be able to hand that growth over to you and be like, bro, this is the formula that worked for me. Are you sure you will not like to embrace it too? So the question I'm asking you now is, what's your strategy for growth? What's your growth self-development strategy? You see why it's very important to me is that you are young people, and then me now, it's not distraction that will do you, that will do me. I don't know whether you get what I'm saying. Because me now, if I lose guard now, I will see the implication immediately. But you can lose guard for 2 years, for 5 years, for 10 years, and you will be okay. So what is your growth strategy? What's your self-growth strategy? What do you have on ground? Yes, are you saying something? Yes, please.
Okay. My growth strategy is, like, since when I've read the book, I understand that, yes, as they have said before, we should not just depend, our mind should not be on money all the time. And the way we can develop ourselves in skills is by focusing, as I've said before, applying everything that you know that yes, it is necessary for it. Thinking, consistency.
Okay, I want to ask a question. Like, what do you want to now do consistently? You know, consistency is a big word. What do you plan to be doing consistently?
Now, I love business. Actually, I love business.
Wow.
I love business.
Businessman. That's good.
No, yes, I'm SS3 now. I'm planning that after I graduate from secondary school, it's just to start up a business. And I know if you want to start up a business, the business don't just boom, don't just boom swan. And you think that yes, when you start up a business, you get what you want. But you have to stay. Yes, even though yes, you will go through, you will face some consequences, some everything, hunger. You will face stress, but you have to still adapt to that thing. so that you can achieve the goals that you want. See, by like me now that I want to start a business, I don't know where I will start from. I don't know where I will get the money from. But I'm hoping that yes, even with the little I will have, if I start it up, I know even though it's a small shop that I will start up and start the business, even with the little, I can still try my best when I'm investing. When I get my gain and I still reinvest it in the business, it will be better. It's not all about spending and thinking that yes, life is just all about enjoyment. You can make a gain like 10 million naira in a day, but if you don't have understanding on how to spend the money, you will lose the 10 million between a short period of time. You have to understand the way that yes, you have to sit down, think, build yourself up in the way you can enlarge yourself, develop yourself in the skills you want to focus on. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, so let's move to Duke. Duke, yes, what's your self-development strategy? Duke, what class are you now? You can just hold it and talk so that it will be fine. What's your self-development strategy?
Honestly, my self-development strategy is just to focus on what I'm passionate about, build it, keep it up, make it grow higher and higher. And I need to adapt to all the facts that I will face, all the problems, all the challenges, the loopholes that I will go through. But as long as I am passionate about what I want to do and who I am and what I can do about it, I can focus on it, build it more and more, and continue to grow.
What's your passion, Duke?
Passion, yes. I have not yet thought about it yet. I haven't yet found it, but I am thinking about it, and when I find it, I'll continue to focus on it.
You continue to focus on it. Okay, that's a great one. You see, the thing is, those things don't become really clear soon enough. But when you have these ideologies already on ground, guiding your philosophy, yes, what it does to you, it makes you ready. It makes you ready. Most of us here, we don't even know where we are going yet. Even all this talk you're talking, you are not still really sure of where you're going. But if you have these ideologies, they are like a fence around your passion. So when your passion starts coming, you already know how to channel it and how to work around it. Okay, because of our time, I want us to jump to a very interesting part. Yes, and I think we'll be closing on that part, and then I will give you some few things. Glory already struck a chord on it, and then I will continue from there. Is perspicacity. Are you listening to me? Perspicacity. At least you have learned one word as you read it, but okay, some of us already know it. Perspicacity. Okay, so what's perspicacity? Yes, you read it now. Should I call a name? What's perspicacity? Yes, Barnabas.
What I understood from the word perspicacity from the book is you noticing something where there is none. Like if there are means of minimizing things, when there are spending too much, like you see a way to minimize when others are spending too much. Like you create something where there is none. That's my understanding of perspicacity.
Okay. So who would like to throw more light on perspicacity? Have you spoken today? Ilingi. Oyana, Ilingi, let him talk. Throw more light on perspicacity, let's see.
So, my name is Daniel Elingi. So, what I understood by perspicacity, in our world where we are going now, many young people feel like showing that they have is the best way to move. But the way things are going now, the more you spend, the more you will not have in future. So this perspicacity, now what I understood by it was that we should try and minimize our time. We should know how we are using our time, and we should know how we are using our resources. The more you use your resources aimlessly, the more the grant or the source will be reduced by what you have.
Okay, so yes, there's something I want us to really notice about this, is that you see, when we talk about perspicacity, it's this the interesting thing about it. It's the fact that you can see things that others are not seeing. Are you following me? Are you following me? If you read this book, your mates didn't really feel the need to read it. It's because you're a perspicacious person. Perspicacious person. Are you following me? So if you saw this book and you felt, let me read it, and others are not reading it, it's telling you that you already have that ability to see opportunities where others are not seeing opportunities. Are you together with me? So you can come to hostel and you'll be like, when I came to hostel, so I noticed that people are selling Indomie. Somebody started it. Somebody just felt like, these children like Indomie. Let me add some more money, I will get money. At some point, we had to stop it because it was bringing a lot of argument. But that is a skill that everybody that wants to have a better future should have. There's another part in the passage that said that, this thing that said that everybody should be an entrepreneur. Are you following me? Who is an entrepreneur? Entrepreneur is someone that takes the initiative. Must it be a founder? No. Must it be a owner? No. But it's the person that is taking that initiative. Are you following me? So you have to be able to see through things. So I want you to get this thing straight too. That's one of the most important aspects of this book. If you walk into a place now and you walk into an environment, what do you see? Do you pay attention to details? Are you together with me? Do you look at it and feel like this thing should be done differently? And you see, anybody that has that ability, even in your working place, if you're working for someone, your promotion will be faster than others. So if you come to an organization and you feel like, why are we spending money on this kind of advertisement? Why not let's do it like this? It will be cheaper and it will be more effective. You come to a place like this, as you come to this school and you see Shelb, discover that every Friday there doesn't to be anybody at the shop, but people want to buy this thing and there's nobody to sell it. If I start selling this thing, won't it be nice? Are you together with me? Okay, you see me. There's a way you can do it. Like when I was online, there was this period we were working online. So it was a very nice place. We were working less, but they were paying us pretty well compared to at least the Nigeria wages system. So the payment was nice. So when we were working, and I thought to myself that we were doing this work, let me try doing more. Let me just try more. Like our work is, we just do the work and we go. And I said, no, let me try to engage these people a bit. I just thought of it on my own. And then I started engaging the people. They were even paying me for it. That's why he said, you see, the best way to move now is don't put money in front. Develop the skill first. So I started doing an extra work outside what they were paying me for. You see, the problem people have now is that everybody just wants to, it's what they are paying me for, that's what I will do. Who will pay me for that one? Well, like, no. Anybody that is thinking like that, you won't see the bigger picture. If you want to be always paid for your services, me, I'm not more, me, I cannot be foolish. All those kind of people, you won't actually go far. I'm telling you now, if you are like that, you can't do free work. You can't really navigate your way around. I don't know if I get what I'm saying. You can't really look at this and feel like, no, this thing needs to be done and let me just do it. You're always pay focused. A business, as he said already, he said there are times you start business, you go hungry. So even normal business that is your own, sometimes you don't really get paid immediately. Your business doesn't pay you immediately. So I started the work and then nobody was actually paying. I didn't know that somebody was even paying attention. I was just doing the work. Like it was something I enjoyed doing. So I would come around, I will do it. And then one time they were supposed to open a sub group under what we're doing. And they called me and they gave me the head. I should be the one to head those people. Why? Just because I was able to identify a loophole, fill it in without being called upon. And then you know that my pay was almost doubled because I'm now filling a space. And then to a large extent, my workload reduced. Because I'm not the head, I will just come and administer, and then people were working. Now, you need to have that kind of initiative. And then anytime you want to be perspicacious, you need to look for something around your passion. Are you listening to me? It's supposed to be something around. It makes it easy for you. So if I come to this place now, what I will see is different from what you will see. So if you go to a restaurant now, and you go to a restaurant, you see the way they are serving, you be like, this thing is supposed to be better. Another person will go to the restaurant, it's not the serving, he's seeing the structure. They should have built this thing differently. Are you following me? Another person can go into that restaurant, it's tied to our passion. You see loopholes around your passion. When you see those things, don't ignore it. It's a skill. Are you listening to me? Yes. Are you following me? Yes. This is why I ask yourself. If you see those things, don't ignore it. It's actually a skill. It's a skill, and it's rare people don't have it. Do you know why? People walk through life not paying attention. So if you want to build a business that will stand, that is how you do it. Do you know that Lamborghini? Do you know Lamborghini? Yes. You know Lamborghini? What's Lamborghini? Okay. Do you know where Lamborghini, the owner of Lamborghini, do you know where he came out from? Ferrari. Now what he did was that he noticed something was wrong with the clutch system of the Ferrari, and he complained. And when he complained, the Ferrari guy, I think the Lamborghini guy was already building trucks also, and he told him that, oh God, this one is sports cars. Focus on tractors that I used to be. And the thing pained the Lamborghini guy. See, I'm making an observation because he was seeing a loophole, and then that's how he started his own brand. Do you know any Lamborghini truck? Or any tractor Lamborghini? But you know that they are sports cars Lamborghini. Yes, it came out from somebody's ability to identify a loophole. I can tell you many brands of cars. I can tell you number of cars that have come out of Ford as a company. Why? Because they were able to identify a loophole. But if you are in a place and you are working and you are not giving your all to it, you are working half, you will not see those things. If you are working only for the pay, you will not see those things. And that is the spirit of an entrepreneur. Are you listening to me? Hi, people are getting tired. That is the spirit of an entrepreneur. Are you listening to me? An entrepreneur is a person that can identify a problem and offer solution to it. Do you know that most people, do you know where we stop? We stop at identifying a problem. Why is this thing slow, sir? Why is this guy slow, sir? Why is this guy behaving like this? Why is this thing behaving like this? You just stop at identifying the problem. Do you know what makes an entrepreneur different? He further advances himself to looking for the solution. Victory, did you hear me? He further advances himself to look for the what? Solution. There's the difference between an entrepreneur and an average person. Are you listening to me? Yes. There's an entrepreneur. I started Learner's Forge. Why was Learner's Forge created? I noticed that the rate at which private schools are losing teachers is alarming. So this teacher will come before you know, after a few moments the teacher will come. So I was now looking, okay, how can we harmonize these teachers? How can we make them work together regardless of where they went to? And it occurred to me that okay, let's teach online. And then when we started teaching online, I also discovered that all students were not always available at the same time for classes. So we can say this class is by 8 p.m. but it's 8 p.m. you are coming back from church. You need to eat. So people are working. There are people that want to join your platform, but they are working in the evening. They run evening shifts. Then they want to write jam. They want to write work. So I thought about it that okay, instead of having a static class time, why not let's do pre-recorded videos? So you will teach, you will save the teaching, and then anybody that comes at any point in time just plays the video, and then it's okay. And then there is an interactive section where immediately you play the video. If you have any question or two, you can ask on the platform. Now, am I the first teacher? No. Am I the person that's the teacher? No. It's just that there is that part in me that is saying that okay, there is a problem here, and this problem really needs to be solved. And then the thing is that some teachers, some students are actually very slow learners. They can't move at the pace of the teachers. So with a pre-recorded video now, the student can pause the video. He can play that video at his own pace. I just went and I felt, okay, there's need. I checked around, I didn't see any platform like that. So, okay, let me build it. It's not a crime in video. That is the way an entrepreneur thinks. Are you listening to me? Yes. Are you hearing me now? Yes. So it's not money that is first of all the goal. The goal is to solve a problem. Are you together with me? So your eyes is not the ability for you to identify a problem. Is the main thing. So go back home and then check your area. What is that problem? Start solving a problem now. Start small. Are you together with me? Start small. It can be something small. Some people used to solve problem for their parents. I had these cousins back then, and the father wanted to do poetry, and they told the father that okay, the father will do poetry. That's a long time ago, around 2005 or so. That the father will do poetry, they will take care of the poetry files, but the father will have to be paying them monthly salary. Are you together with me? Some of your parents might not agree, but that is a child that is looking into the loopholes. You can just check the whole of your area. Everybody is traveling out of this place to go and buy this thing. You can just buy it and keep. You buy it in bulk and they make announcements. Oh, I'm selling this thing. Tell your friend I'm selling this. Tell your friend I'm selling this thing. You are trying to bridge a gap. It's not that forever that's what you will be selling. But what you have learned is that you have embraced the spirit of entrepreneurship. Are you listening to me? Yes. You are now an entrepreneur. Is that okay? Benji, it's like you have something you want to add. You don't want to add anything. I want you to talk. You have embraced the spirit of being an entrepreneur. You don't need to be big. And you know one sweet thing with that is if you start it from small, it will be easier for you to make progress in the future. Yes, Bonko, you're welcome. It will be easier for you to make progress in the future because how you started early. Is that okay? Is that okay? So you need to embrace this spirit of entrepreneurship. Is that all right? And then what is an entrepreneur? Somebody that solves problems. Let's just leave it at that definition of that level. You solve problem in exchange for money. The money might come next, might not come next, might come later. But at the end of the day, every entrepreneur is paid. You might be a worker somewhere, but you can still be an entrepreneur. Have you not seen people that where they are working is where they are selling? So discover that all the nurses in this hospital they like this particular kind of shoe, but they don't used to. They have to go outside to buy it. You now bring it, and then instead of them to go outside and buy it, they will buy it from you. But don't think it. I've told you the aim is not to think small, it's to think it what big. Don't think survival. If you go with anything today, these are two things I'm saying now. Think like an entrepreneur. Don't think survival. Don't think I just need a job that can pay my children's school fees, that can give me this one, that can. No, think dominance. I want to be in charge of this sector. Duke, are you hearing me? You think dominance. I want to be in charge of this sector. And you don't do it by making people look bad. You can say, glory, this glory. You tell boss that glory is not a faithful person. Glory. No, that's not how we do our dominance. We do our dominance through excellence. Is that okay? We do our dominance through excellence. It's through excellence we show dominance. We don't show dominance by no. We do it through excellence. Are you together with me? So this is where we'll be stopping today. I want to appreciate each and every one of us for tuning in for this thing, for the book review. And then the last thing we'll go with is look for things that will shape your mind. Always, if you see seminars like this, attend. Are you together with me? It might be small, it might take one, not plenty. It's when you save this thing, we'll save it, we'll upload it on YouTube. Go back and listen to this thing 2 years' time, in 3 years' time. You discover that what we're giving you was gold. Don't look at it and we're small. Don't look at it like that. What we are giving you actually now is what? Gold. Look for things that will shape your mind. Are you together with me? And let me tell you something. You see, a broke person will always remain broke. Are you following me? Are you following me? A broke person will always remain broke. Till you get tired of being broke, or you get tired of the reward that comes with being broke, you won't be rich. Are you listening to me? If you are not tired of the reward, you know that broke has a reward. Don't they used to send money for you? Do you think if you have money, they will still be sending money for you? No. You are enjoying being broke now. Those are rewards that come with being broke. Are you listening to me? If they are contributing some things now, they will say, don't contribute. It's not good. Are they not easing you of the stress? Yes. They're taking you off the reward of being broke. Those are the rewards of being broke. So Get to that point where you are no longer comfortable with the rewards of being broke. Don't enjoy the reward that comes with being broke. And when you break out of it, that's when you start becoming rich. Are you together with me? Riches don't come like that. That's why I was deliberate. I wanted a small cycle. It's deliberate. They say, well, I can announce this book review, and I'll say whether you read the book or you did not read the book, come. This place will be filled up. Don't you think so?
Yes, sir.
Yes, but I want to work with deliberate people. I'm serious. I want to work with deliberate people. So till that thing shifts in your head, if you still enjoying the fact that you are collecting money from your mother, you are collecting money from your father, do you know that you will keep collecting? Do you know that being grown up doesn't guarantee that they will stop giving you money? It's not that there's a point you will reach now, nobody will send you again, but it doesn't guarantee that you will be rich. So you have to start thinking like this. From now, you start thinking, how do I work my way into independence? Till next 3 years, they'll still be giving you money. Next 4 years, they'll be giving you money. But the thing is that thought have started in your mind already. You're already getting ready. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I'm not saying that if you go back home and they give you money, don't collect. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying that since they are still giving you money, you are still enjoying the wages of being broke. You understand? If your mindset, if you don't get to that point that you are tired of enjoying those privileges, you remain broke. And I'm not saying it for now, I'm saying it for the next 4 or 5 years. Because some of you in the next 6, 7 years now, you'll be in final year and they'll still be giving you money. You'll be in youth service and you'll be serving and your parents will still be sending you money. Are you listening to me? They'll still be sending you money. Do you know why? What I'm saying is not like in every situation. You are still very much comfortable with receiving. So when you get to that point that you are no longer comfortable with receiving, you are no longer okay with begging people around and begging for money, then that is the period your broke age will not stop. Yes, Asma, we want to say something. And it's not like it will stop immediately. It will just be you have hope now that you will become rich. Yes, Asma. Please ask your question.
So what are the means of, like, you were talking about poverty just now.
Yes.
What are the means for someone to, like, not out of poverty, like, to no longer be poor?
Okay. She said, what are the means? How do you walk out of poverty and you become rich? Now, you see, we discussed that when we started already, that there is a old system. Before, if you want to be rich, you just need to go to school. And when you go to school, you come back, yes, you become a medical doctor, you become a nurse, in fact, any work, anything you study, you get a good job and then you become rich. But things are gradually changing. Job itself does not guarantee wealth. And we said this is a way that people can actually work out of being broke. One is that alongside your job, identify a skill that we need today. Identify a skill that we need today. A skill that we need today. So you can add that skill up to what you are doing. Or you can make that skill entirely different from what you are doing. So if I'm a teacher now, as a teacher that I am, I should start thinking around, how do I do online teaching? How do I use AI to teach? Are you listening to me? How do I create content online along what I'm teaching? That is a step. And the next thing is, you don't walk into life like a survivor, just trying to survive life. You think dominance. So when you are walking into life, when you have a job, you don't do your job because, let me just get money, let me be okay. When will they pay us? Let month end reach. You don't walk into life like that. You walk into life as a champion. You walk into life like someone that wants to take over. So when you walk into life like that, it's just a matter of time. You will see that you are beginning to rise in the ladder because you will be self-improving. So when people are okay, the thing is that if I give you a job now, you are okay. You probably might not improve yourself again because whether you improve or not, they'll be paying you salary. But for someone that wants to strategically walk out of poverty, is that you will begin to look for a way to do better. And then when we say do better, it doesn't really mean doing plenty things. No. It's looking at what is trending and then adding it to your skills. So now, if I am supposed to be if I'm a doctor, Why will I just remain as a doctor in the hospital? I look at it and feel, no, can't I help people? One of my students met me, she's a medical student, she told me, she said, sir, if you start doing tutorials for medical students today, sir, we will pay money and we will attend that tutorial. But the truth is that most doctors just feel, let's just stay in the hospital. So if a doctor is staying in the hospital and then he has about 2 hours to spare every week to create tutorial videos for medical students, and he say, okay, you need to pay 5,000 every month to get this, you'll be so surprised the number of students he would have gathered after a period of 2-3 years. So you need to be able to accommodate everything that is happening around you, bring them together, and then start thinking far. And that's what we brought us to the last point. You think as an entrepreneur. You don't think like just a civil servant. Even when you are under somebody working, you think like an entrepreneur. You identify a problem and you look for ways to solve it. If you can do that thing consistently for like 5, 6, 7 years, you'll be surprised. You won't be where you used to be. You might not be rich immediately, but you definitely will not be where you used to be. Yes, is that clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome. All right, so we'll be stopping here. We have spent time, and I told you the last part of what I wanted to say.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please go on with that. As far as you keep enjoying the privileges of being broke, you will remain broke. Are you together with me? As far as you delight in those privileges, me I don't have now. They say contribute money, you know me I don't have. You know me I don't have. True, you don't have now. But your mind should start thinking of how to have. Are you following me? And this one I'm saying doesn't have to do with fraud. Claim money. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Is that okay? And then when your mind start opening forth like this, to be sincere, you won't chase money will chase you. I'm telling you the truth. There are people that don't look for money. But because of the virtue of what they offer, money chases them. Is that okay? You want to say something? Yes,
sir, I have a
please.
question.
Please, yes. Benjamin has a question too.
So my question is that you said that we should see what others don't see.
Yes.
So sir, what if you see what others don't see and you have observed and you want to solve that problem, but you don't have the resources to solve the problem? So like, what is the way that we can?
Thank you very much. Yes, thank you so much. Okay. Now, I want to share with you a story. That I want you to be very. This thing is indoor. It's me and you now. I'm telling you this thing. Heart to heart talk now. See. I saw a video. It was even on Instagram. I saw it yesterday. This man came up and he said, have you ever discovered that there are churches that use projector for their pastors? When their pastor is preaching, they used to project the Bible verse. The other that there are sometimes that pastor will be preaching and to be wasting time. The media people will not see the passage on time. We all know that there are times that the pastor will not even call the passage, but he expects the media people should be able to project it. Why, have you not been in those churches? Have you not seen churches that the pastor is like, he will finish quoting the passage, but it's not sure where the passage is, and he needs the help with the media people. Now that's a problem in church. And then the guy said he saw the problem and he just tweeted it. You understand?
Yes, sir.
He just sent a tweet online. I'm trying to get to his question. When he sent the tweet online, he said, why if we have an AI model? Like, because all of us have seen that problem, but no one of us is concerned. We have seen that, if not that I'm saying it, you don't even see it as a serious problem. But immediately he made that tweet, he said, how can we make this thing more effective? I'm thinking of a way that we can add AI to our model. So that, with AI now, as the pastor is saying it, the AI can quickly transcribe it and project it. AI has gone far. And when the guy said this thing, he just made a comment online. You know what happened? He received about 500 and something messages. 1,000. It's not an influencer, it's not a popular person, about 1,000 and something likes. And you know that among that influencer, among those messages he said he saw people that were really into programming, and they were asking him that he should hit them up, let them make this thing work. And he saw even pastors, they were willing to sponsor it. If you identify a problem that is actually a problem, and you make it clear, and you make it step by step, maybe one of those days we'll discuss it, how to bring out the problem, how to make it and make it a plan. To be sincere, you will see people that are willing to partner with you. If the problem is clear enough, you identify a problem. It's not that you are doing everything everybody is doing. People will partner with you. You think Learner's Forge in a normal day I will be able to build Learner's Forge on my own? No. I have investors, and all my investors, it was almost the same pattern. In fact, some didn't really invest it. They wanted to give me the money. It's me that said, no, it will be fair that you invest in this thing so that we graduate. People even willing, because the problem was clear. This is a gap in the educational system, and you are willing to win. So they know that with time, this thing will work out. If you make your problem clear and people see it enough and they can relate with that problem, resources won't be a problem. Are you together with me? By the time you start talking to the right persons, people will start leading. Immediately I spoke to somebody, I was even just telling the person, I wasn't looking for investment then. I was just telling the person that, okay, this is the plan I have on ground. He said, whatever that plan is, when it's time, let me know. I want to partner with you. Another person called me, he said, I've been wanting to partner in this your project. How can I come in? And I told him, like, okay, I will need so amount. If you would like to contribute, so that, and the person sent the money. You know, I told him from so amount to so amount. He sent the highest. There are people that really have resources, but they are looking for problems to solve with it. So immediately your problem becomes clear enough, you'll be so surprised. You don't know who has resources among you. You don't know yet. It's when you now make a problem clear, you discover that people will start coming to help it. But you would have taken the first step first. Let's see what you have done. Even though you don't have money, let's see that, okay, you have done visibility studies, you have done some other arrangements like that. You have your plan is clear, and you have started making moves, you have started making sacrifices from your own ends. Before you know, people will join you. I'm telling you, people will join you. So don't be afraid of how to start. Just start. People will join you along the way. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. Is there anybody have another question? We have a question to ask again. So, Glory, is there anything you would like to say as we close? What's your last words? No, sorry, your final words. No last.
Okay, just to add, there's a place where you talked about taking a step, and we have actually been putting some points about it, but I just want to add this, that I actually discussed this even in the group. I talked about, how do I know the skills that are meant for me? How do I know skills that actually this is what is meant for me? And then from the book, it actually gave us illustrations where, say, trying out other skills. When we try out other skills, when we see that, okay, this is the one that we have done, it doesn't suit with what we want. It does not align with what I find interesting. Say we should change. And then when we change, when we get the right, should I say, the right skills, that this is what our alignment is, this way we can actually grow. You see that we have a conviction, and even there will be joy in doing it. Okay, this.
Okay, so please take note of that. You might not get it once. In fact, that's why you need to start early. You might not get it. That business you're thinking, if you start it will work. You might start it will not work. Are you listening to me? Are you listening to me? The road to success is not a straight line. You understand? So the earlier you start, the better for you. Are you together with me? Imagine you have made all your mistakes before you are 20, and you're already on the straight path by 21. Are you following me? Yes. All right. So please take note of that. You keep trying things out, but don't be trying them out. No. I think he gave a period at 3 months.
A month.
Like that, you give it this particular period. You try it. After a month, give yourself target. If I don't make significant progress, not that you are lazy. If you see it and it's not aligning with your passion, I think the important thing there is passion. If you see that this thing is not aligning with your passion, leave it. I think there was a question that was asked on the group again, that when AI take over our jobs. See, the truth is, if you keep growing in your place of job, AI will take over other people's job. It won't touch you. Because they will need someone to operate AI. So if you are actually evolving, you will be the right person to operate that AI. Are you listening to me?
Yes.
If you are evolving, but if you stay where you are, AI will take over your job. Are you listening to me? If you stay where you are, if you don't upgrade, that job you are looking for in the future, we might not need you. Because AI would have taken over. But if you are growing and you self-develop, because anytime you see they are doing something, have you seen graphic designers? AI can do graphics. But we rather give my graphic to a graphic designer that uses AI. Because of his knowledge on that thing, he will do better. AI used to code now. AI used to open websites for people. You just tell him with voice note self, not even write. Hello AI, I want to build a website that has so feature. Can you give me the code to build that? AI will give it to you. But I will rather give my website to a website designer or a web developer that uses AI than do it myself, because there will be that touch of professionalism in his work. Are you together with me? So AI will take over your work if you don't upskill, you don't upgrade. AI will take over your work. If you keep developing, keep upgrading, you will work with AI. You will work with AI. AI will take over your job. Okay, so I think we'll be stopping here. I've stayed beyond our time because of the questions. So did you enjoy? Did you learn something? Was it worth your time? I want to appreciate everybody that came out here. First of all, a big shout out to Shelb, the author of the book. Shelb, the author of the book, Step Out. We really appreciate it. It was a timely one. And then we also want to give a shout out to everybody that came out here. My co-host, Glory, thank you for showing up. And then everybody here, really appreciate you. Can you just view everybody? Let them see everybody that came around for the show. Yes, it's not really about the number. It's about the quality of the minds that came out here. So I really want to appreciate you all for tuning in. I want to appreciate also the media crew, the cameraman, and then everyone who worked with him. We really are grateful.